In an office, shows Joe King at his desk smoking a cigar. Over an intercom, Jan Hook says, "Juris Dr. King." King, "What do you want?" Hooks, "George Carlin is here to see you." King, "Send him in." George Carlin enters the office. Applause, applause, applause. King, "Take a seat, George." As Carlin sits down, he asks, "Why the hell did you want to see me, King?" "I told you, I'm sick of hosting your show. I've already done it 3 times. King, "No, I didn't bring you in to ask you to host. I asked you to come in because of your daughter, Kelly." Carlin, "What about her?" King, "She's suing the creators of an AI-generated comedy special over them using your likeness." Carlin, "So what?" King, "So what? My whole business here is based on using deceased people's likenesses. I'm doing it with you right now." Carlin, "Well, what do you want me to do about it?" King, "I don't know. I was thinking maybe you could haunt her for a bit, get her to drop the lawsuit." Carlin, "You want me to haunt my own daughter? Are you out of your fucking mind?" King, "What can I say? I'm desperate, George. If your daughter wins her lawsuit, it's going to put me out of business. My whole thing here is using the likenesses of dead people while honoring SNL. Not to mention that the Joe King Show also uses the likenesses of dead people. For God's sake, since when couldn't we do that anyway?" Carlin, "I guess ever since my daughter decided to put a stop to it." King, "Oh, come on, George. If you won't haunt her, won't you at least do something to help this show?" Carlin, "What gives you the idea I give a shit what happens to this show?" King, "Well, I don't know. I thought we were friends." Carlin, "That's your problem, King. You think just because you use a dead person's likeness, that makes you their friend. Newsflash, we're not friends." King, "Okay, fine, we're not friends. But don't you think it's a wonderful idea to have sketch comedy, where the sketch comedians are comprised of deceased SNL cast members? Don't you get a kick out of the likes of John Belushi, Chris Farley, etc., trying out a new character?" Carlin, "Maybe if it was actually them doing it, but instead it's just you pretending to be them, in which case I don't give a shit." King puts out his cigar and says, "I was afraid it would come down to this, that you wouldn't listen to reason." Carlin, "What are you talking about?" John Belushi and Chris Farley stealthily enter the office. Belushi puts a bag around Carlin's head, while Farley uses 2 sets of handcuffs to lock Carlin to the chair he's sitting in. King gets up from his desk and says, "Mr. Carlin, your spirit is hereby kidnapped by Saturday Night Alive until your daughter drops her lawsuit. Do we understand each other?" Carlin, Belushi removes the bag from Carlin's head. Carlin, "Bite me, asshole." King, "Chris, you heard the man." Farley bites down on Carlin's arm. Carlin, "Ah! What the hell, Farley? You're not going to get away with this, King." King, "Listen, Carlin, no one is going to stand in my way from using the likenesses of dead celebrities for my personal gain. Certainly not your daughter. So listen here, Kelly Carlin. Way before you got bent out of shape by some AI doing an impression of your dad, I've used your dad's likeness as the host of my show in episodes 103, 200, and 252. And I've also used the likeness of hundreds of other dead celebrities along the way. And just because you don't like AI doing impressions of your daddy doesn't mean that I will ever stop doing what I am doing. I am honoring the dead. I am honoring the late, great George Carlin and hundreds of others, and you will never stop us. So, Kelly, if you ever want to see your dad's spirit be free again, I suggest you get a lot less litigious and embrace the future of audio-only sketch comedy, where we use the likenesses of dead people to honor them. And dead from the earth, we're not alive." It's Saturday Night Alive, starring John Belushi, Chris Farley, Phil Hartman, Jan Hooks, Norm MacDonald, Gilda Radner, Donitra Vance, and with many other special deceased contributors. Musical guest and host, Johnny Cash. Everybody, Johnny Cash! Applause, applause, applause. Shows Cash on stage dressed in all black who says, "Thank you, thank you. I was a country singer-songwriter. Most of my music contains themes of sorrow, moral tribulation, and redemption. I was known for my deep, calm, bass baritone voice, the distinctive sound of my Tennessee 3 backing band characterized by train-like chugging guitar rhythms, a rebelliousness coupled with an increasingly somber and humble demeanor, free prison concerts, and a trademark all-black stage wardrobe, which earned me the nickname the Man in Black." Applause, applause, applause. Cash. And in his 7th season, I hosted Saturday Night Live. And the producer of this show, Joe King, wanted me to talk about that experience here on this show. But I don't feel comfortable doing anything for King after he just kidnapped George Carlin. Joe King comes out. The crowd boos. King: "Come on, Johnny, you gotta do something in your monologue here." Cash: "Not until you release George Carlin." King: "What do you care?" Cash: "I worked on prison reform in my life, and I don't like to see people in chains, especially when they don't deserve it." Belushi and Farley come out on stage with Carlin handcuffed and a bag over his head. Cash: "How about this? You let George go, and I'll play a part of a song in the monologue." King: "All right, whatever, fine. It probably won't make a difference anyway. I'm sure Kelly's coming for my nuts either way. Release them, fellas." Belushi and Farley uncuff Carlin and take the bag off his head. Carlin walks up to King and punches him in the face, knocking him out. Applause, applause, applause. Cash: "Glad to see you free, George. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire." Applause, applause, applause. Cash: "Folks, we have a great show tonight. I'm here, so let's see if I can walk the line. We'll be right back."